Hello everyone. So today we're going to talk about logo design principles. So the logo is the face of any brand and the very first impression. So its design is extremely important. And a logo is a powerful asset to your client's brand. Creating an effective visual representation of any brand requires much more than just graphic design. So like any line of work involves a set of specific skills, logo design requires plenty of practice and experience for it to be successful. So knowledge is definitely power for any graphic design. So we're going to talk about 12 essential rules. So the first one would be the preliminary work. It's a must. So right here you can see it to 2 points. And then preliminary work, sketches are an important first step to design and effective logo. So this can be as simple as a paper and pen drawing or drafts made using a better program such as Illustrator. And the bottom line is that you can promise the final result if you rush or skip the step. So start with 20 to 30 sketches or idea and then branch out to create variation of the original idea. So this is the examples right here. So you can start work on the paper. An effective graphic designer will spend more time on this preliminary work than any other step in the design process. So you can start working and use pen and paper and try to draw your ideas and can help you a little bit. And next we're going to talk about so this one will be the create balance. So balance is important in logo design because our minds naturally perceive balanced design as being pleasing and appealing. So basically try to get rid of unnecessary things. Just keep it simple and keep your logo balanced by keeping the weight of the graphics, colors, and size equal on each side. This is an example. This is like how to create a web page and make sure you can follow rules and then to make sure you can create a balanced logo. So through the rule of balance can occasionally be broken, remember that your logo will be viewed by the masses, not just those with an eye for great art. So a balanced design is the safest approach. And next one, we're going to talk about size matter. So right here, so when it comes to logo design, size does matter. A logo has to look good and be legible at all sizes. For example, this is a Puma, and to me this is pretty clear and it looks good. So a logo is not effective if it loses too much definition when scrolled down for letterheads, envelopes, and small promotional items. The logo also has to look good when used for larger formats such as posters, billboard, and electronic format. So notice that the smallest scale is usually the hardest to get right. So start by printing the logo on a letterhead or envelope and see if it is still legible. So just make sure the logo must be easy to read, and when it comes to logo design, size doesn't matter. And next one, we're going to talk about principle, clever use of color. So we're now going to talk about clever use of color. Um, so here four. Okay, color theory is complex, but designers who understand the basics are able to use color to their advantage. So here are some tips and rules you can keep in mind. The first one will be use color near to each other on the color wheel, and don't use colors that are so bright they are hard on the eyes. The logo must also look good in black and white, grayscale, and two colors. And the last one would be breaking the rules sometimes is okay, and just make sure you have a good reason to. So here are some basic rules you can understand. And I also want to mention about knowing how color invoke feelings and moods is also important. And for example, red is right here is red. It can invoke feelings of aggression, love, passion, and strength. So keep this in mind as you try out different color combinations and try to match the color to the overall tone and feel the brain. So here's some this is some rules you can remember. And we are going to go into the next one will be so here's talk about design style should suit the company. So here's an example. Okay, this is Timberland, and this is the logo. This is the thing is like it's a forest, so it's matched to it suit the company. And so you can use various design styles when creating a logo, and to pick the right one, so you should have some background information about the client and the brand. So and also remember that the the logo must be unique. It has to be simple and unique that anybody can understand its meaning, and we can use it on any product easily. So first you have to understand your client's background information, and then try to create a logo can suit the company. And next I'm going to talk about um, typography matters a lot. So choosing the right font, type, and size is much more difficult than many beginner design realize. So if your logo design includes text either as a part of the logo or in the tagline, you need to spend time sorting through various font types and testing them in your design before making a final decision. So you can just try out everything and see how it looks. So here are things you need to know. Okay, avoid the most commonly used fonts such as Comic Sans. And second, make sure the font is legible and when scroll down, especially with the script font. Last one font is the ideal and avoid more than two. So right here you can see it's very clear and the font is unique. So that's this principle tried to say. And next one, we're going to talk about the logo. The goal is recognition. So you can see the examples right here. So you don't need to think too much. You can know what kind of company it is. So Pepsi, Nike, and Coca. So this brand are pretty good because it's well known and easy. So the key to making a popular and recognizable logo is to combine all of the elements discussed in this article. So including size, style, color, typography, and original. So, um, so overlooking any of these during the design process will impair the quality of your final design. So examine your own logo design and see whether it meets all these criteria. So a quick test to determine if your logo is recognizable, and if it's to invert in using any graphic design software and see if you can still recognize the brand. So this is a good way to test you how if your logo is recognizable or not. And next one, we're going to talk about dare to be different. So right here, I choose this logo because I think this one's pretty unique and is pretty different from others. So try to stand out from the competition. So you must distinguish yourself as a designer with a distinct style. So rather than copy another design or style, be innovative and stand out from the crowd. So here you say, try breaking the rules of design and taking risks. So you can look at other brands' logo and get inspiration and create your own logo. So that's the way you can try to make your logo easier for people to remember. And next principle, is keep it simple and stupid. So the simpler the logo, the more recognizable it will be. And for example, here is a really good example is Apple. So it's it's apple shape, and then definitely can help people to connect to the apple. So it's really good. It's a really good brand. And then for the key is simple, stupid. The rule of the chart, it can help you to understand what you're gonna do and then what you should create. So work the design onto its essential and leave out all unnecessary elements. So just get rid of the thing you don't need and keep it simple and keep it easy. And next principle, we're going to talk about. So we're going to talk about go easy on effect. So basically, we just need to play around and seeing whether the enhance the logo is fine, but just remember that the simplicity is the key. Just try to keep it as simple and then keep it as stupid and get rid of the things you don't need and keep balance. That's the way how to create a logo. So this is right, the pictures right here. I really like this one because well, the color is white and then here's milk, and then well, it helps people wanted to buy the drink, buy the milk and drink it because it looks good to me. And next one, we are going to talk about. So here it says we need to develop a design assembly line. So here's some tips. He say research and brainstorm and generate ideas, and also preliminary sketches and develop better design and send to clients. Also add or remove anything the clients want and finalize the design and then resend it to clients. And last principle is